Hey everyone, I just finished reading this, How to Be a Complete and Utter Failure in Work, Life and Everything by Steve McDermott. It's a self-help book, ostensibly aimed at everybody who wants to be, remain, and ensure they are a failure at everything. So it's actually really funny, and it will resonate with all those people out there who were maybe told when they were growing up by a sibling or someone that they're a waste of oxygen, piece of shit, failure, that kind of thing, right? But it's actually really, really good. So I picked this up about 15 years ago, I think, in a bookshop where one of my friends saw Jimmy Page once, which kind of makes it interesting. But it's really good because it looks at everything from two perspectives. And one perspective is highlighting if you do certain things, you're probably miserable, you're probably a failure, you're probably not going anywhere. And the other things that successful people do, which you must avoid at all costs. So it looks at everything from two perspectives, gives a lot of information, and it's got some really good exercises at the back of most chapters, which you absolutely mustn't do, of course. And one of them, which I think I recall doing about 10 years ago, is sit down with a friend or somebody who'll bother listening to you, put up with you, and speak for as long as you can about exactly what you've done over the last 2 years, all the good stuff you've done, right? And then you have to do it again, but you have to imagine you're 2 years down the line. It's a really good way of focusing your mind on what you want to do. Some hilarious jokes and quotes in here, as well as the good exercises. I just flick through now. It's funny. Dear reader, don't stop sucking up and trying to please everyone in order to feel good. That will never work, by the way. That will make you really miserable. In the nicest possible way, just try to please yourself. Very refreshing take on self-help books, this. Very enjoyable read. The guy's funny. The guy's really funny. And there's some great quotes in here. One of the things he talks about is don't be like a child, because children are extremely persuasive, very curious, learn very quickly and learn continuously. And he gives that good old example of children learning to walk. And then says, imagine if they were an adult, they'd fall over once or twice and say, well, sod this. This is obviously a bad idea. And that's how a lot of managers work as well, which is pointed out in here. So because it's quite late, I'm going to keep this review short and just say I'll give this book 8 out of 10 as far as self-help books go. It's enjoyable, it's packed with good information, it's refreshing and written from a nice perspective. And the exercises, you have to do the exercises, or you absolutely mustn't do the exercises or it might improve you. The exercises are really good. So I haven't really seen this one around much. Like I said, I bought this about 15 years ago, and it's not one of those ones you always see in the self-help section or wherever you go to a bookshop. So if you can get hold of it, do. This is the second edition, and it's been out for at least 10-15 years. So there you have it. How to Be a Complete and Utter Failure in Life, Work and Everything. Steve McDermott.